The forest's finest, discovering the best animal. Deep within the emerald canopies and shadowed understories of the world's forests lives an extraordinary cast of characters. From the towering redwoods of California to the dense Amazon rainforest, from the boreal forests of Canada to the temperate woodlands of Europe, these ecosystems harbor some of the planet's most remarkable creatures. But among this diverse assembly of forest dwellers, which animal truly deserves the title of the forest's finest? The question itself invites passionate debate among wildlife enthusiasts, researchers, and nature lovers. Some might champion the majestic brown bear for its raw power and intelligence. Others might advocate for the industrious beaver, whose engineering prowess literally reshapes entire ecosystems. The graceful deer, the cunning fox, the mysterious owl, each has devoted admirers ready to make their case. Yet as we venture deeper into this exploration, examining the qualities that make a forest animal truly exceptional, one creature emerges as a particularly compelling candidate: the gray wolf. This apex predator, once nearly extinct across much of its range, represents the very essence of what makes forest ecosystems function and thrive. The wolf, nature's master engineer. The gray wolf stands apart not merely for its physical prowess or haunting beauty, though it possesses both in abundance. What truly distinguishes the wolf is its role as a keystone species, an organism whose presence creates cascading effects throughout the entire forest ecosystem. When wolves disappeared from Yellowstone National Park in the 1920s, the entire landscape began to change in unexpected ways. Deer populations exploded, overgrazing vegetation along streams and rivers. Without adequate plant cover, waterways began to erode, and countless other species lost their habitats. The wolf's return to Yellowstone in 1995 triggered what scientists call a trophic cascade, a series of indirect effects that flowed down through the food web like dominoes falling in sequence. Deer populations stabilized as wolves culled the weak and kept herds moving. Vegetation recovered along riverbanks. Streams began to meander naturally again as their banks stabilized. Songbirds returned to nest in the recovering willows and aspens. Beavers came back, creating wetlands that supported amphibians, fish, and waterfowl. Even scavenger species like ravens and bears benefited from wolf kills. This remarkable ability to influence entire ecosystems through predation patterns makes the wolf far more than just another forest resident. Wolves are ecosystem architects, their very presence sculpting the landscape in ways both subtle and profound. Intelligence and social complexity. Beyond their ecological significance, wolves demonstrate cognitive abilities that rival those of our closest primate relatives. Pack dynamics reveal sophisticated social structures built on cooperation, communication, and strategic thinking. Wolf packs aren't simply hierarchical dominant structures led by alpha wolves, as once believed. Modern research reveals them as family units where breeding pairs lead their offspring through complex social arrangements based on experience, age, and individual personalities. The wolf's communication system encompasses an intricate vocabulary of howls, barks, whines, and growls, each carrying specific meanings understood by pack members across vast distances. A wolf's howl can carry for miles through dense forest, serving as a beacon to locate separated pack members, warn rival wolves of territorial boundaries, or coordinate hunting strategies. The haunting sound that has inspired countless human myths and legends represents one of nature's most sophisticated long-distance communication systems. Their hunting strategies reveal remarkable intelligence and adaptability. Wolves employ different tactics depending on their prey, surrounding and isolating individuals from herds, using terrain to their advantage, or engaging in relay-style pursuits that can cover dozens of miles. They demonstrate an understanding of their prey's behavior patterns, seasonal movements, and vulnerabilities that speaks to advanced cognitive processing. Physical perfection for forest life. The gray wolf's physical form represents millions of years of evolutionary refinement for forest living. Their powerful limbs and large paws, which can span 5 inches across, distribute weight effectively for traveling across snow, soft forest floors, and boggy terrain. Dense, double-coated fur provides insulation against harsh winters while remaining practical for year-round forest navigation. Their sensory capabilities border on the supernatural. A wolf's sense of smell is roughly 100 times more sensitive than a human's, allowing them to detect prey, pack members, and potential threats from miles away. They can identify individual scents days after an animal has passed through an area. Their hearing extends into frequency ranges beyond human perception, picking up the subtle sounds of prey movement through dense underbrush or across great distances. These physical adaptations combine to create a predator perfectly suited for forest environments. Wolves move through woodlands with an efficiency and grace that seems almost ghost-like, appearing and disappearing among the trees as if they were part of the forest itself. Cultural and symbolic significance. No discussion of forest animals would be complete without acknowledging the profound impact wolves have had on human culture and consciousness. Throughout history, wolves have occupied a unique position in human mythology, representing everything from wisdom and loyalty to wildness and freedom. Native American traditions often portray wolves as teachers and guides, creatures whose behavior offers lessons about cooperation, family bonds, and respect for the natural world. The relationship between humans and wolves tells the broader story of our relationship with wild places. As human settlements expanded, wolves became symbols of the untamed wilderness that civilization sought to control. The systematic persecution and near extermination of wolves across much of their range represents one of the darkest chapters in conservation history. Yet their recovery in many areas offers hope for coexistence between human development and wild nature. Modern wolf recovery programs in places like Yellowstone, the Great Lakes region, and parts of Europe demonstrate that large predators can coexist with human communities when proper management strategies are implemented. These successes provide blueprints for restoring ecological balance to forest ecosystems worldwide. The competition, other remarkable forest dwellers. While making a case for wolves as the forest's finest, we cannot ignore the remarkable qualities of other forest inhabitants. The brown bear commands respect as one of the forest's most powerful residents, capable of reshaping landscapes through their foraging behaviors and serving as important seed dispersers for forest plants. Bears demonstrate remarkable intelligence, tool use, and problem-solving abilities that continue to surprise researchers. The beaver deserves recognition as perhaps the forest's greatest engineer after humans. These industrious rodents create wetland habitats that support hundreds of other species, moderate flood patterns, and create carbon sinks that help mitigate climate change. Their dam-building activities can transform entire watersheds, earning them recognition as a keystone species in their own right. Owls represent the forest's most efficient nocturnal predators, with adaptations so specialized that they seem almost alien. Great horned owls, barred owls, and spotted owls each occupy specific niches within forest ecosystems, their silent flight and exceptional night vision making them masters of darkness that most other animals fear. The red fox demonstrates adaptability that allows it to thrive in forests from the Arctic tundra to temperate woodlands. Their intelligence, problem-solving abilities, and opportunistic feeding strategies have made them successful across diverse forest environments worldwide. Conservation challenges and triumphs. The story of forest animals in the modern world is inseparable from conservation challenges. Habitat fragmentation, climate change, and human encroachment threaten forest ecosystems globally. Yet the recovery of wolf populations in various regions offers hope and practical lessons for wildlife conservation. Wolf restoration programs have shown that apex predators can recover surprisingly quickly when given adequate protection and habitat. The Yellowstone reintroduction started with just 31 wolves from Canada. Today, the greater Yellowstone ecosystem supports over 500 wolves across multiple packs. Similar success stories in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and parts of Europe demonstrate that coexistence is possible. These conservation successes highlight the importance of maintaining large, connected forest habitats that can support viable populations of wide-ranging species like wolves. They also underscore the need for human communities to adapt management practices that account for the ecological roles of apex predators. The verdict: why wolves claim the crown. After examining the remarkable qualities of various forest dwellers, the gray wolf emerges as a compelling choice for the forest's finest. This conclusion rests not on any single extraordinary trait, but on the combination of characteristics that make wolves uniquely important to forest ecosystems. Wolves possess the intelligence and social complexity that rival any forest animal. Their physical adaptations represent evolutionary perfection for woodland environments. Most importantly, their role as a keystone species means that their presence creates benefits that cascade throughout entire ecosystems, supporting biodiversity and ecological health in ways that few other species can match. The wolf embodies the spirit of wild forests, the interconnectedness, the balance of predator and prey, the ancient rhythms that have shaped these ecosystems for millennia. In choosing wolves as the forest's finest, we acknowledge not just an individual species, but the entire web of relationships that makes forest ecosystems among Earth's most complex and beautiful natural communities. As we face an uncertain future for the world's forests, the wolf serves as both symbol and guardian of what we stand to lose, and what we might yet preserve for future generations. In the end, perhaps the forest's finest animal is the one that reminds us most powerfully of our responsibility to protect these irreplaceable wild places and all the remarkable creatures that call them home. The howl of the wolf echoing through misty forest valleys represents more than just predator calling to pack. It is the voice of the wild itself, reminding us that some things are too precious to lose, and that the health of our forests and our planet depends on maintaining space for creatures whose very existence makes the world more wonderful, more complete, and more alive.